So now let's look at the types of numbers that's been used to include. Look, you might say like, look, why can't they just be one type of number and all those stuff? But I think this is a very basic book, and this is beyond the scope of explaining why we don't have one type of numbers in computers. Maybe you will just learn, right? So this is just to say like, okay, what are the types of numbers in Clojure and all those things, right? So that's the thing. And let me just open my project over here. This is learn Clojure folder, and let me just create a file called types of numbers. My Ripple is running over here. So now once I just created this file, I don't need this view of the folder and all those stuff. I don't need that. Let me just put it off. And yeah, so now let's come back to the book. Okay, so they say to type, okay, they say like, okay, find the type of 147, right? So what is the type of 147? So it says there is a numeric type called long. Don't worry what it is, but just think like it is integer, right? So that's what I would say, right? And Clojure normally runs on top of Java and uses Java types. So that's the thing. And if you're a Java programmer, you might be familiar. But to learn Clojure, you don't need to be a Java guy. So that's the main point of my book. I did Java very long ago, and I almost forgot what Java is, and now I'm just learning Clojure. And that seems to work. So that seems to work. I can write software and Clojure and all those stuff. And I'm a kind of amateurish Clojure programmer now. So that's the thing. Now let us see like, okay, what's the type of 147.67 is? Um, so I just said like, okay, like these are all called as floating points and these are all called as integers. But internally, like it'll be like a thing called double. So I think two times space has been allocated compared to some other thing like integer or something like that. I'm not sure, but this is how it's been represented inside the computer. But you can just think this as floating point or something like that, or like number with decimal points. That's it. Like don't confuse much with yourself and all those stuff, because look, all these things might be good for an interview, or that is like all the notations like Java lang long, Java lang double might be good for interview and all those stuff. But mostly in your job, you'll be solving problems that even a fifth standard kid can solve. Nothing bigger, right? Even those who are just working in big tech companies don't solve much bigger problems, as far as I know. So that's the thing. So just don't worry too much. And the person who's just making too much fuss and asking you a lot in interviews, he's just doing that just because he just wants to make fuss and make him look brainy or something. Maybe he was bullied as a kid or something like that. So maybe he's just trying to do that. Apart from that, I don't see like much what to say take hard questions. I don't see any sense in asking take hard questions for a person who's just what to say attending interview. So that's the thing. So yeah, MatPy is also double. Like like okay, this has been pulled from Java, right? So from Java Math module, we are pulling this constant pi, right? So that's the thing. So now I think we have seen this in before section. Like if you divide a number by another number, it will just become a ratio. So this will be a ratio, right? So that's the thing. And I think slash 84 by 32, even if you just put, it won't be 84 by 32 in Clojure. So Clojure will simplify it. Look, it's 21 by 8, right? So Clojure will simplify it. But yeah, like 21 by 8 is equal to 84 by 2. So it'll still be a ratio, right? So that's the thing. So, okay. So now, okay. Now you can convert from one type to another. So first we just put what is type of 32. I don't know why if I just copy it from a book and paste it over here, there are a lot of spaces. If there is somebody who who's from ASCII doc community or ASCII doctor community, they might answer. So this has been written using as a software called ASCII doctor. Very, very excellent software. That's the thing. Okay, so now let's look at type 32 and its Java lang. And now you can just convert this into double. I just put double, okay, double and 32 over here. And if I just hit option enter, option return, or alt enter, right, depending on your computer, it gives 32.0. So it is a floating point. Maybe you can even call it as a double, whatever you want. Okay, so that's the thing. But then, so like, yeah, I can also vary the type. So type double 32. So if you look over here, it is integer, right? Okay, sorry, long. Okay, so long. Or we can even call it as integer. But over here, it is double or floating point and all those things. So yeah, like you can convert integer to double using this function called double. Okay, so that's the thing. And if you just pass the output to this function type, it'll just return the type. So that's the thing. So yeah, now just what I'm just doing is like, okay, just taking this one over here. So putting it like this one. So 84 by 32 return a ratio, right? So now what we are doing is we are converting this 32 into double, or we can even convert this 84 into double, not a problem. Now if you just see, it just gives something with a decimal. That is a double or a floating point or whatever you may call, right? So that is it's just either or. Just don't keep giving your own names, right? So like I used to call it as floating points. Okay, so that's the thing. But I don't know, like which is the very, very precise way to call it, I don't know. So yeah, so this doesn't give a ratio. You just convert one to double and okay. So what it I think even if you just okay, yeah, fine. Let me stick to the book. So yeah, if I just put the type, you'll just get it as double. So copy it, double, just paste it, and yeah. So okay, don't type, and you execute. It returns a double, not a ratio. So this is how you can come out of this ratio and all those stuff. And there is a way to convert what to say, a decimal point number to non-decimal point number. So let's see what it does. That is like we just pass a decimal point number to a function called log. That's the thing. And we just get 42. So what it does is it just takes this part, the part before the decimal point, and just gives it off. It doesn't round or something like that. If I just put 42.99, it doesn't round and all those stuff. It doesn't give 43 or something like that. It just takes the thing that's before decimal part and it just gives. Okay, so that's the thing. And yeah, if you just ask for the type of it, if you just ask for the type of it, and definitely it's going to be uh, a, a long, right? So that's the thing. Because this just returns 42, right? So what type of 42 will be? It will be long, right? So that's it. So that's the thing. And when I just type, look, you are just seeing this 99 and all those things. This is AI autocomplete. So I think I need to turn it off in my videos. So don't get confused by that. So from my next video on, I'll just turn it off. Uh, it's better, it's wise not to have AI autocomplete when you are starting to code because it will hamper your learning curve and all you'll just be doing is press enter, enter, and agreeing to the AI, and maybe you might not learn. So that's the thing. Or maybe if it's accelerating your learning, please do tell it in your comments so that like I can change myself, right? So that's the thing. So yeah, so that's it for this video about the types of numbers. Let's meet in next video. Bye.